Morgen ist auch ein bisschen, klingt ein bisschen gut deutsch. Recht schönen Morgen. A right wonderful day to all of you. Okay, so Fragen bis zum gestern oder zu der gestrigen Arbeit, gestrigen Grammatik und so weiter? Nichts. Also wer ist nicht da? Rose ist nicht da. Rose war gestern auch nicht da. Oma ist auch nicht da. Jit wird vorbeikommen. Der kommt normalerweise ein bisschen spät. Und wer noch?
Jit.
Das alles? Ja, Jit habe ich ja. Ja, Jit, Oma und Rose, ne?
Ja, Sir.
Nein, da gibt es noch jemand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jit ist gerade da. Also Oma und Rose. Okay? Noch 2. Schön. Sie werden vielleicht im Laufe der Zeit vorbeikommen. Wir werden mal sehen, ob sie dann kommen. Ja, die sind schon da. Do you? No, I have not done it. Stopped. What is this? So jetzt. Wir beginnen mit ein bisschen Wortschatz heute, Wortschatzübungen, und dann gehen wir zu einer Art Strukturen von Doppelkonnektoren und Vergleichssätze und dann die Lektion weiter. Das stimmt jetzt. Ja, mein Bildschirm. Ich habe das eingeschaltet als Switch on. Könnt ihr denn meinen Bildschirm sehen?
Ja, Sir.
Ja, ich kann sehen das.
Gut, wenn alle das sehen können. Also, bitte sprecht mit mir. Wenn wir das Verb sprechen mal hören, sprechen, darunter gibt es verschiedene Arten von Sprechen. The different types of speaking. Also Beispiel, man kann normal sprechen, laut sprechen, leise sprechen, undeutlich sprechen, traurig sprechen und viele mehr. So, wenn wir auf verschiedenen Arten sprechen, da gibt es auch verschiedene Wörter dafür, die diese Arten von Sprechen definieren. Also, was bedeuten diese Wörter? Flüstern, erzählen, zanken, stottern, rufen, reden, schreien, tadeln, mitteilen, murmeln, schimpfen, wimmern, stammeln, grölen, sich äußern, schluchzen, tuscheln, brüllen. Gibt es hier viele unbekannte Wörter?
Ja, Sir.
Ja.
Sehr viele oder nur einige?
Sehr viel.
Ja, sehr viel.
Wir können das auf folgende Weise machen. Eine Möglichkeit. Könnt ihr, Moment, mal sehen. Nee, das geht nach unten auf. Okay, neutral, laut, leiser, böse, traurig. Ja. Okay, es gibt diese verschiedenen Arten hier. Leise sprechen. Böse, was ist böse sprechen?
Angry.
Okay. Traurig.
Sad.
Sad.
Laut.
Loud.
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 Undeutlich.
Undoubted.
Undoubted.
Aha.
Unclear.
Unclear.
Yeah, not
Unclear.
clear. Good. Unneutral.
Natural. Normal.
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 No, neutral, nothing special there, normal. Also, sagen zum Beispiel, also hier, ist neutral sprechen. Okay? And now the interesting part that I have here. I would like you to please assign these words in the box without knowing the meanings by guesswork, primarily. Secondly, by feel. Feel. Sprachgefühl.
Correct and minus. Yeah.
Whereas to where they could possibly
Yeah.
fit it. Flüstern. Flüstern.
Flüstern is undoubtedly.
Nine. One more
Traurig.
guess. Nine. Hello.
Traurig.
Ja, bitte, Jungs. Das ist Flüstern.
Flüstern is to whisper, right?
No meanings.
Then
You have to
leise.
tell them that.
Leise.
Leise sprechen.
Okay.
We are trying to guess the thing here. We'll try to see if we can guess from the and the sound itself. Flüstern. So leise sprechen. Okay, let's take erzählen.
Neutral.
Neutral, sehr gut. See, that is exactly what I want from all of you here. Sprachgefühl. I need that language feel here.
Wir können sagen, undeutlich auch. Wann, ja, ich
Moment.
keine Zweifel haben.
Nein. Es gibt Wörter, die diese Art von Sprechen bezeichnen. There are different ways of speaking. Your normal speak, this is Sage, erzählen, for example. Then there is something that you speak very loudly. When a boss is, for example, shouting at a junior, that is not exact. It's not whispers, you bloody idiot. No, it's something that he says very loudly. So there's a word for that. He roars at him. He shouts at him. When you say shout, it means loud expression, for example. Yeah, to shout, there's a different word. Shout is also sprechen. It also is to use your mouth, your vocal cords, and your different speech organs. But the verb is shout, which means a very loud way of speaking. So, da wir von schreien sprechen hier, schreien, can you put this into this category here? Where does it fit?
Loud, schreien, loud.
Loud. Schreien
Loud.
is loud. So laut sprechen, okay? Erzählen is neutral, hat gesagt. Reden. What about reden?
Neutral.
Neutral is good. Neutral is good. Well done. Stottern. You have to guess. You have to
Repeat
guess.
yourself.
Undeutlich.
Ja. Ja, Jeet?
Ja, undeutlich.
Undeutlich. Was ist das Wort stottern? Jeet?
Stammering.
Stammering.
Stammering. Why is it undeutlich? Why does it come under that category?
Unclear.
Yeah.
Because the words are not formed clearly. They come out sometimes in a rush. It's a psychological issue here. So it's not clear to the person who's listening or who hears this conversation going on. Gibt es hier auch ein anderes Wort?
Stammel.
Stammel ist richtig.
Stammel.
Ja, ist richtig. Genau. Sehr gut. So you have stottern. You have Stammel und noch ein Wort, das undeutlich ist. Stottern, Stammel, sehr gut. One more comes under undeutlich.
Murmuring.
Yeah.
Super, super, Murmel. Well done, guys. Well done. Hats off. Put up. See, it's so easy. What is the Murmel?
Mama.
Murmur, to murmur. So that is flüstern. That is flüstern. Murmuring will be even worse. When a teacher asks a student, hast du deine Hausaufgaben gemacht? Huh? Bitte nicht murmeln, deutlich sprechen. Nein, ich habe die Aufgabe nicht gemacht. Murmuring is something very indistinct. Okay, that's nice. Now let's see some other words. Brüllen. You have to guess.
Loud.
Don't look at the meaning. Yeah? Loud. Is good. Well done. Brüllen ist laut. Mhm.
Und was bedeutet brüllen?
Ein Moment.
Okay.
Und schreien also we said is loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, scream.
Can you give me another word which will be loud? Actually, there are two more, but I expect one which you know.
Grüllen.
That's what
Weinen.
the one that you know, you tell me.
Weinen. Weinen oder weinen.
Nine.
Sir, schimpfen?
No, that is a different one. Tone will be loud, but it's not used to mention that. No.
Okay.
You're missing one.
Außer.
You're missing one very obvious one.
Sich äußern.
Sich äußern. Ah,
Senken.
das ist interessant, aber das ist nicht laut. Sich äußern. Nein.
Senken.
You're missing this one. This is the one that you know.
Rufen.
Oh,
Rufen is loud, no?
to call, yeah.
Yeah, to call. So rufen, we have brüllen, schreien, ja, und unter laut grölen.
Grüllen, ne?
Grölen. So all these four verbs come under laut, lautes sprechen. Grölen means to bellow very, very loudly. It's like a very loud shouting. It's like a loudspeaker, literally. It's one or 2 points louder than brüllen. Brüllen bedeutet to roar.
Okay.
Wie eine Aussage.
A lion roars. The sound made by a lion, for example, that's roaring. So that roar is brüllen. Mein Chef hat mich gestern angebrüllt, for example. My boss roared at me yesterday. Yeah, and similarly, grölen, even louder. Then we found undeutlich. We have found out what about traurig? Oh, that we are not saying. Traurig. Was ist denn traurige Sprechen? Very sad. What are the
Tadlam.
word two words which will say that he was very sad?
Tadlan.
9.
Gruelen.
Grolin is shown for by. Grolin is loud. Bawl somebody out. Shout at somebody very loudly. Traurig sprechen.
Schluchten.
Can you spell it?
Schluchten.
Ja, schluchzen.
Yes.
Well done,
Schul.
Vasu.
Yes. Yeah.
Ja,
Schluchten.
schluchzen. Well done, Vasu. Sehr gut. Schluchzen. Ja, gestern, ja. Das ist Schluchzen. Ja, ich weiß. Ja, diese Sache, ja. Schluchzen. Was ist Schluchzen? What does it mean? Schluchzen. I tried to give you an example. I don't know whether it was successful enough.
Subak ke dona.
Weeping and speaking. Yeah.
We speak to cry and speak.
Yeah, to sob.
So
Yeah, when you're sobbing. That's right, Jeet. Yours ist richtig. Ja, schluchzen. So man ist sehr, sehr traurig, wenn man so etwas erzählt. Yeah, that is schluchzen. And then one more word here, please. One more.
Wimmern.
Is good. Is good. Well done. What is Viman?
Again, weeping, crying and speaking. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, but that is also schluchzen in a way, sobbing. But women will be more louder side, more louder, etwa louder in the sense of whimpering. In English, you whimper. Whimper is in the it's like children when they speak. Mama, that is women. When a child is complaining to the mother that a brother, sister, or friend has taken away his or her sweet, that is women. That's that whimpering sound that you make. Right? Also, it's used in the sense of when one complains about some things, that is also women.
Too much of emotion involved. Yeah.
Yes. I wish I had recorded all this to have been able to play them back for you, live examples. We had a typist at our office. Her normal tone of voice was Biman. I should always constantly be complaining about my colleague, my French colleague. Because he would always be brilliant at her for her mistakes. And she would come to my room and then taught Wimmertesi Ima. See, sir, what that sir has said to me that I am hopeless, no good for nothing. How can I? Constantly. Okay, now let's see what's left over. Böse sprechen. Yeah. Was ist denn böse sprechen?
Evil.
Mutant.
Ja, aber das gibt ja nicht. Wütend ist Partizip. Ich brauche ein Verb.
Tadlen. Tadlen.
Tadel. Ja. Tadel. Ja. Ja. Noch zwei.
Metal.
Nein.
Metal. Nein.
Schimpfen.
Schimpfen is good. Und noch eins. What more? You guess. Don't look for the meanings. You have to guess. Tadel, schimpfen,
Mm.
Sicher unseren.
nein. One more. One more.
Brullen.
That's schon vorbei, das ist laut.
Sunken. Sunken.
Yeah, that leaves out only one unusual verb, sunken.
Ja, sunken.
This verb sunken, normally you won't be using it very often. It's a kind of a quarrel. Your tone of voice
Okay.
changes. They are sunk, quarrel. Sunken mit. The verb, the preposition is mit. You have a quarrel with, you squabble with, you bicker with somebody. In English, bickering. That very, very mild altercation you have with someone. So
Argument.
Yes. So sunken, Tadel und Schimpfen, sie sind Arten von Sprechen, different ways of speaking, because your tone changes. And we are trying to describe that tone. So what's bedeutet Tadel? To scold. The tone is different. Schimpfen, to curse somebody, to abuse somebody, schimpfen. And then sunken. That's why it's classified as böse Sprechen. That's what we are looking for here, böse Sprechen. So what are the type of verbs that denote when a person is angry? So der Vater tadelte den Sohn or tadelt den Sohn. He scolds the son. Most of the examples would be from office again then. Der Chef oder die Chefin tadelt den Angestellten. Now that leaves us with two other verbs. You have not put this somewhere. Where does this fit in?
Sir, neutral.
Neutral. Ja. Und das haben wir auch nicht klassifiziert. Wer kann Oma und Rose mitteilen, was wir heute gemacht haben? Was bedeutet mitteilen? Bitte teilt Oma und
Erklären.
erklären.
Erklären oder
Communicate.
Ja. Kommunizieren oder informieren. So mitteilen, to pass on the information. To communicate, to inform.
Dann ist es neutral.
Ja, so it's neutral, genau. So unter neutral haben wir sagen, reden, erzählen, sich äußern.
Und mitteilen.
Und mitteilen. What is sich äußern? Äußern Sie sich eure Meinung zu dem Thema?
To express yourself.
Express oneself. Very good, Kushi. Well done. Sich
So it's a kind of reflexive, no?
It is reflexive. Ich äußere mich.
Yeah.
Bitte äußern Sie sich dazu. Express yourself, give your opinion about it, give your views on it. Sich äußern. Are we all clear on this part?
Yeah.
All meanings, all words. Yeah? Then we come to the second part. And the second part is the more challenging one. From all these verbs, form a noun. What are the nouns to these verbs? This is more challenging. It does say das Wörterbuch hilft, but I would like you to guess. Don't consult any Wörterbuch online or whatever you may have with you. Try to just guess the noun. If you learn it that way, you will remember it longer because you have struggled to guess the word.
Regalist, yeah. Yeah, Regalist, ja, muss benutzen the Artikel das
There.
und die
No,
erste Buchstabieren im Große.
Nein. You have to give me a noun to all of them. For example, when you say erzählen, what is a noun to erzählen? Erzählen is to narrate. Erzählen Sie mir eine Geschichte. Please narrate a story to me. And the noun is narration. Narrate, narration.
Erzählung.
Nein, Erzählung. Yeah, that is very close. Nice, Kushi. Good attempt. Die Erzählung. Well done. Erzählen, die Erzählung. What about flüstern? To whisper. And the noun is whisper as a noun.
Das
Any
Flüstern.
guess?
Gleich.
Flüstern, yeah, close enough. Good guess. But it's called Geflüster. Das Geflüster. Please make a note of these. Verb to noun, how do you convert and make new words? From one class of words and grammar to another class, from a verb to a noun. Das Geflüster. What about sunken? I gave you this 10 minutes back.
Dear junk.
That's sunk. Good, Premada. Well done. Well done. That's sunk.
But
Scotland.
sir,
Yeah.
but sir, we can use the das article before the verb and
That is not a noun, please, Kushi. You are taking a shortcut and you're making a gerund. A gerund is not the noun in the true sense of a noun.
yeah, but we cannot use that.
No. Die Aufgabe ist ein Substantiv. When you say substantive here, we want it as a noun the way it is defined in grammar.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so you have to change that. Because it's not asking you for the gerundial, the ing forms. No, not the ing forms of English. You want the noun of that. For example, you go walking. The walk is a noun. Writing the script. Speaking, and then the word for that is language, die Sprache. Seeing, sight, die Sicht. So they want you to change that. Verstehen, to understand. Verständnis, the noun form of verstehen.
But for gerund form, we don't need the article.
It's always das.
No, but do we need article for gerund form? The walking. I don't say the walking. It's only walking.
I'm talking of das gehen, German. Auf Deutsch, das ist immer neutral.
So I'll put my question like this: Das gehen, is it a gerund or it's a noun?
It's a gerund.
Okay, so for gerund, why do we need an article?
In German, you need an article. In German, anything that is nominalized needs an article.
Okay.
That's a clear-cut rule
Okay,
for German.
understood.
Yeah, yeah. So some of them overlap at
Okay,
the same
so
time.
now, yeah, I refer. Yeah.
Yeah, Vasu, aufpassen, bitte aufpassen. Some of these nouns, they overlap the gerundial form. So be careful. Huh?
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, and Beispiel here, stottern, for example.
Das stottern.
Das stottern. What about rufen?
Der Ruf.
Der Ruf. Was bedeutet der Ruf? Hat einen guten Ruf. Dieser Mann, diese Frau hat einen guten Ruf.
Voice?
Ja, Kushi?
Voice?
Voice.
Nein. Sie hat einen sehr guten Ruf. Aber dieser Mann hier, oh mein Gott, er hat so einen schlechten Ruf. Name, calling,
Called.
reputation. Guten Ruf is reputation. So, hat einen guten Ruf bedeutet, he has a good reputation, he has a good name, he has a good calling. Der Ruf. Similarly, hat oder sie hat einen schlechten Ruf. He or she has a bad calling, is notorious, has a bad name. So their Ruf.
Sir, it's a reputation.
Reputation will be guten Ruf, einen guten Ruf haben. Reden. This will be slightly tough. Das Gerede. Normally not used. Let's leave it. Schreien, yeah. We need a noun here. See. Der Schrei. Der Schrei. Tadel, rarely used as a noun. Der Tadel. But mitteilen is used as a noun. To communicate, communication. To inform, information.
Mitteilung?
Mitteilung is good. Well done. Well done. Murmel, not commonly used. Aber gemurmel. Schimpfen, again, noun is not common. Schimpferei. Wimmern, gewimmer. Again, noun is not very common. Das gewimmer. Nouns beginning with GE. GE. Mostly neuter. Nicht immer, mostly neuter. Das Gewimmer. Stammel, Stammelei. Nouns ending with EI, normalerweise feminine.
Die.
Yeah, die Stammelei. Not always, because you have this cry ending with EI, but it is masculine. But here, Stammelei, Türkei, Bücherei, Bäckerei, Konditorei, these are all feminine. Okay, Grüllen, uncommon. Grüllerei, very uncommon. Äußern, very commonly used. So I need the noun here, please.
Äußerung.
Die Äußerung ist richtig. Well done. Schluchzen. Schluchzen. The gerundial is possible here. There are schluchs not normally used. Das Schluchzen. Did we do Tuschel? I think we missed out Tuschel. Yeah, we didn't use it. Where do you fit this in? Tuschel. Oh.
Leise.
Yeah, Tuschel is leise sprechen.
Yeah.
Was bedeutet Tuschel?
Whisper something. Whispering.
Yeah, it's a synonym for flüstern. It's normally used in what I have come across when girls are talking. The Mädchen tuscheln. Whereas, because it's softer than flüstern. Whereas when you talk about boys whispering to each other, that will be flüstern, because you can still hear that subs, that sound is still heard. But when girls talk to each other, even the that doesn't become audible. Das ist nicht vernehmbar. So this word here, tuschel, normally used when kids or even girls talk to each other. Okay, so that's it. Learn a few of these nouns. You need them. You will come across them, and believe me, you will be using them. Äußerung, Erzählung, Mitteilung, their roof. These are their shrine. They are very commonly used in the noun form as well. The rest,
Sir, if we use gerundial form in writing, so it will be wrong?
it has to fit into the context.
Yeah, if it fits.
If it fits, yeah, can't complain. Okay, let's see you build words here. Was heißt das Wort hier? Ein Gespräch am Telefon, bei dem man über das Ortsnetz hinaus telefoniert. Wie heißt so ein Gespräch? Habt ihr das verstanden?
Nein.
Über das Ortsnetz hinaus telefoniert. Zum Beispiel, ich telefoniere jetzt mit Triambada. Sie ist nicht in diesem Ort, also nicht in Hyderabad. Sie ist in Deutschland. So, über mein Ortsnetz hinaus telefoniere ich mit Triambada. So, wie heißt so ein Gespräch? It begins with F. F. Wer kann das erraten? Who wants to guess here?
Fremdgespräch.
Nein. You only have 3 other alphabets you need. You can't use such a long word here. 4 Buchstaben. Der erste Buchstabe ist F.
Fest.
Phone-Gespräch.
Ferngespräch. Was bedeutet Ferngespräch?
Distant.
Remote.
Distance.
A distance call, a distance conversation. A long distance conversation. Das ist Ferngespräch. A normal Ortsnetzgespräch would be a ordinary telephone Gespräch. It's within the same area, same locality, the same place. So ein normales Telefongespräch. Aber wenn ich mit jemandem, der in einem anderen Ort wohnt, in einer anderen Stadt wohnt, telefonisch spreche, dann ist das ein Ferngespräch. Okay? So, Nummer 2. Ein wichtiges Thema, über das alle Bewohner Nee, das ist etwas neu, ganz neu. Ja, Nummer 3. Was ist Nummer 3? Ein Gespräch in der Schule. Zwischen dem Lehrer oder zwischen der Lehrerin und den Schülern. Was macht man in der Schule? Man lernt. Und man lernt verschiedene Fächer. Dafür gibt es spezifische Stunden. So, wie heißt diese Stunde?
Unterricht, class.
Sehr gut, Prembada. Can you now put that word here? Buchstabieren bitte. U,
N T A R R E C H
T
T.
und S. Unterrichtsgespräch.
Ja.
Okay.
Sehr gut, well done. Ein Unterrichtsgespräch in der Schule. It serves to understand a class discussion, a classroom conversation, where material is dispensed, taught, worked through, worked on by teacher and the students. Try Nummer 5. Ein Gespräch, das einen Kunden oder eine Kundin vom Kauf eines Produktes überzeugen soll.
So was bedeutet,
Selling other verkauf. Verkauf.
Ja, einen Moment. Ja, Kushi?
so was bedeutet überzeugen?
Convince.
Okay.
Ja, Monika.
Sir, about selling cost, or you can say verkauf.
Verkaufs mit S wieder.
Yeah.
So ein Verkaufsgespräch ist richtig. Well done. Und what would be this one here? Ein Gespräch, in dem man Tipps und Ratschläge bekommt. Also, wohin soll ich dann fahren? Also bei welcher Universität gibt es bessere Kurse? Ja, kann ich das?
Vorschlagsgespräch.
Ja?
Ratungs?
Vorschlags.
Vorschlag nein. Ja, Kushi?
Ratung?
Nein? But close enough? Close enough? Beratungsgespräch. Das ist ein Beratungsgespräch. Right? And this number 2 was actually Stadtgespräch, STADT. Stadtgespräch, that's a conversation about something important in your city. Stadtgespräch.
So,
Ja, ganz,
so warum einige dieser Wörter haben nur S-Fügen?
kein Problem, I'll give it to you in a very simple explanation. Remove the S and try to pronounce the word.
Welches Wort?
Any of these words which have got an S, remove the S and try to pronounce them.
Ratung, Beratung. Beratungsgespräch.
There are 2 G's, I've not heard both of them.
Berat.
I need to hear both the G's there. Can you pronounce both the G's?
Beratungsgespräch.
Why did you put the S?
Because because it was so.
That's your answer.
If the two letters are repeating, then we have to put S.
Not just 2 letters, the consonants.
Yeah.
When there are
If
2
the consonants are repeating.
not necessarily repeating, but the 2 consonants are not are not clear enough when you speak them out, and both need to be spoken out, expressed. Then you add some other element which will make things easier.
Okay, sir. Danke.
So there you add an S. It makes things easier for you to speak and also for the other person to understand.
Yes, sir.
So that
Sorry,
S is called a kind of a
one more.
connecting element.
Okay, sir.
Ja, zum Beispiel hier. Hier. It's easier to say otsnets rather than otnet. It's easier than that. Okay?
Okay,
This is
sir.
the easiest
It's a
explanation. Gespräch.
Okay, sir. One. Probably it may be a stupid question, but I'd like to clarify for my clarity. It's a Gesprach or a Gespräch. It's a Gesprach, no?
No, Gespräch. Das Gespräch. A umlaut.
Umlaut. Gespräch.
Yeah. Gespräch is conversation. Das Gespräch.
That's it. But I was always okay telling Gesprach.
Gespräch is
Say ha. So
I haven't heard you say that. I'll have to go through the recordings maybe. Otherwise, I would have corrected you. Can you people build verbs here with these as prefixes and tell me which are trennbar, which are nicht trennbar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ajit, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Untrennbar is Gesprächen. Gesprächen is untrennbar.
When you say, is it possible to have Gesprächen?
That's what Gesprächen is untrennbar.
But can we have the word Gesprächen? It's gesprochen, ne?
Yeah, gesprochen, yeah.
Yeah, so the catch here is, welche Verben mit Präfix bildet das Verb sprechen? So you have to choose the verbs or choose these prefixes which will form a new verb.
Okay.
That's the Übung here.
So untrennbar is Versprechen.
Okay, is that good? So basically, can we identify the prefixes? Which prefixes are trennbar, which are not trennbar?
Aussprechen
Anfangen,
ist auch
Verbohlen, trennbar.
untrennbar.
Anfangen,
Nee,
Trennbar
Trennbar.
verb, sir.
Trennbar.
don't use a new verb. You're using fangen as a verb. Here, the Frage is, welche Präfixe sind trennbar? So, an ist trennbar. Ver,
Nicht trennbar.
Clearly
ge,
trennbar.
Nicht
nicht trennbar. For example, gehören.
Nicht trennbar.
gehören.
Yeah, über.
But aber Fernsehen. Oh, okay.
Wait,
It's not fair. Okay.
Fan is not here. Fan is not here.
Okay, please.
Wait. Fan is not here in the list.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, okay. Ge,
Nicht trennbar.
Gesprochen.
über,
Nicht trennbar.
Trennbar.
Nicht.
Trennbar.
beide.
Nicht trennbar.
Beide. We'll do that later. Beide. Watch out. This is tricky. It can be trennbar. It can also be nicht trennbar. Aber später. Aus,
Trennbar.
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 bei,
Nicht trennbar.
Beide.
Nicht trennbar.
bei ist trennbar. Geht. Das
Bei-
ist bei ist ein trennbares Präfix.
Beibringen. Ja.
Trennbares Präfix. Mit.
Trennbar.
Nicht trennbar.
Trennbar.
Hallo,
Trennbar.
trennbar.
Nicht.
Trennbar.
Okay.
Das sind
Nicht sprechen.
trennbar. Sprechen Sie mit.
Ja.
Ja,
Vor-
sprechen.
Nicht trennbar.
Hey, Schlagen Sie
Horse
vor. Sprechen Sie vor. Das ist trennbar. Day.
Vorschlagen.
Schlagen Sie vor.
Bay is nicht trennbar.
Good. Bay ist nicht trennbar. Durch.
Durch ist nicht trennbar.
Beide sind möglich.
Okay.
Okay.
That we'll discuss later. Sir.
Nicht trennbar.
Nicht trennbar.
Su.
Beide.
Trennbar.
Beide.
Nein. Trennbar.
Trennbar.
Su ist immer trennbar. Ich stimme Ihnen zu, for example. Huh? Okay. Up.
Yeah.
Trennbar.
Trennbar.
Okay. Now let's build prefixes. The verb, new verb. Ansprechen. Is it possible to make a word? Ansprechen? Ansprechen possible?
I'm not. Ich habe das nicht gehört.
Given. Yeah.
Yeah, there will be new. There will be new words here. That is the whole idea today. Working out a vocabulary. Ansprechen?
Möglich.
Ja, möglich. Das ist richtig. Ansprechen bedeutet to address somebody, to speak to somebody. For example, let's say, Vasu, you are speaking to me, and there is a confusion here, da es auch andere Sprecher gibt. Und dann ich frage dich, Vasu, hallo Vasu, sprichst du mich an? For example, you say, was bedeutet übersprechen? And I'm not sure whom you address the question to, whom you are speaking to. So I ask you, sprichst du mich an? Are you asking me? Are you speaking to me? Are you addressing me? That is that verb, ansprechen. Versprechen, möglich?
Promise. Yeah, möglich.
Promise. Gesprechen, nicht möglich. What about übersprechen? Is it possible, übersprechen?
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about something.
Talkative.
Yeah.
Übersprechen? You think so?
Yeah, talking about something.
No. Übersprechen is normally the kind of cross talk that happens on a telephone.
Okay.
I thought it is Durchsprechen.
No, it's a kind of cross talk. Okay. It's not, you need a context for this. Without context, it's very difficult to use this verb. But what about aussprechen?
Yeah, it's there. We can form a verb, Aussprechen.
Yeah, was bedeutet das? To announce, to pronounce, to express.
Like Aussage.
Ja, like Aussage, genau. Beisprechen?
Beisprechen.
Gibt es oder?
Klingt. Ja, klingt es passt, aber.
Yeah.
What do you,
Ich bin
what
nicht
do you say
sicher.
about your feeling?
Ja, es ist möglich.
Nicht möglich.
Okay.
Beisprechen not possible. Okay. What about mitsprechen?
Ja, ist möglich.
Was bedeutet mitsprechen?
Talking with.
Naja,
To speak along with, literally. So sometimes also in the sense of to discuss something. Vorsprechen.
Sorry. With an A, do you mean to say? I'm speaking with a mic. I'm speaking with a projector like that, or is mitsprechen? Mitsprechen. In which context I use?
In the context of a discussion that's going on simultaneously.
Zum Beispiel können
Speak
Sie.
along with. Sprechen Sie mit. You're repeating something. I play an audio to you and I say, bitte sprech mit. Speak along, please.
Okay, thank you.
That is mitsprechen. Along with that, simultaneously, literally, you repeat something at the same. Not wiederholen. You're practicing your pronunciation. Also mitsprechen. Vorsprechen. This is a different one. Vorsprechen machen die Leute, wenn sie an einem Drama teilnehmen wollen.
It's better Vorsage like that. Prediction.
No, you have to speak before, but this is audition. Vorsprechen.
Rehearsal.
Audition. Yeah, when you go for an audition, it's called Vorsprechen. You have to speak in front of people, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is Vorsprechen. To audition for something.
Okay, so it's not a rehearsal.
No. No, not rehearsal. No. It's an audition. You're giving a test. It comes in different contexts. Without that context, I'm giving you the bare meaning as audition.
Besprechen nicht möglich.
Hoi. It is possible. Besprechen is to discuss. Besprechen is diskutieren. You people have used it here.
But that is Gesprechen.
Nein, B.
Gesprach.
B. Besprechen.
Sir, the theme is so schwierig.
What?
So this topic is so hard. Building verbs with prefix, all the meanings changes.
Yeah. You thought accusative dative was hard?
What, sir?
You thought accusative and dative was hard? Accusative and dative is what my 2-month-old baby next door can say. That is not a problem. This is the real problem in German.
Yes, sir.
Now you understand, you see. Accusative, dative, genitive is überhaupt kein Problem.
And so many verbs have these types of so many prefixes.
Yes. This is the real problem in German. Thank you for stopping me here. Really.
Yes, sir.
And believe me, Khushi, this is only B2. There's still C1, there's C2, and there's a lot more ahead with German. If you don't get your prefixes right,
So these are so important, these prefixes.
the sad part is these prefixes don't have a fixed meaning. If they had a fixed meaning, I would not have had a problem. Because I know this prefix means this. So I put this prefix with some other verb and I'll have the meaning very clearly in front of me. Like this. But the prefixes change. So what do I do then? Anfangen, to begin with something. Fangen, to catch. Where is the connection?
And that too, sir, so many prefixes. Not one or two.
There are still some more which you have not done here.
And then deciding whether it is trennbar or untrennbar.
Yeah. Huh? But I can advise you on one thing. Ser always hints at something being destroyed, something being smashed, something being shattered, something being destructed. Anything, any verb with ser means there is some destruction there. If you know the meaning of that main verb and you put ser along with this, it means it's gone to pieces, whatever it is. For example, let me give you a verb, new verb, zerkleinern. You know the verb, kleinern, zerkleinern.
Making into small pieces.
Into very small pieces. So you cut into something into very small pieces. Schneiden.
To cut.
Zerschneiden?
To cut.
No.
Cutting into pieces.
To cut
Cut
into
into
very
pieces.
pieces.
You have to use that cutting into pieces. That is the meaning of zer.
Not one cut, it's multiple cuts, that's all. Okay.
Multiple.
Tiny part, yeah.
That's
Micro.
it. Genau. Similarly, ent, E-N-T.
Deciding or separate.
Normally,
To remove something.
to remove something. Normally. Be careful. It's not easy.
Entscheidung.
Yeah. It's not easy otherwise.
Entschuldigung. Yeah.
Entschuldigung is easy to explain. You remove the mistake.
Yeah, that's it. Because we discussed this some 2 months ago.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's very difficult. But as long as we have a rough idea, which is trennbar, which is nicht trennbar, it helps us in the usage of that verb. So I remember that I have to put this for at the end. That's the basic meanings here. Good. Since you found that tough, let's do something lighter. Can you speak this out fast? This one.
Same Same Siegen, Zenter, Zucker, Zum, Zu.
Even faster. I want that sir very clearly audible. Saint Samat Siegen, Saint Zenter, Zucker, Zum, Zu. Sir. I want to hear that sir.
Saint, Sana, Ziegen, Zien, Saint, Centra, Zucker, Stum, Zu.
That is too slow. Noch schneller.
Sane Siegen, Zenter, Zucker, Zum, Zu.
Noch schneller. Noch schneller.
Sane Siegen, Zenter, Zucker, Zum, Zu.
Solche Sätze heißen Zungenbrecher.
Ja.
Zungenbrecher, tongue twisters of English.
Tongue twister, yeah.
Tongue twisters. Look at this one, for example.
Fisher, Fritz, Fish. Fisher, Fritz.
Ja, wer möchte versuchen? Premada?
Fisher, Fritz.
Laut und schnell.
Fisher.
Laut und schnell. Nicht murmel. Nicht flüstern. Anbrassi, wirst du mal versuchen? Fischer, Fritz, Fisch, Fischer, Fisch, Fischer, Fritz.
But interesting.
Ja, das ist eigentlich zum Spaß eigentlich. Oder hier. Das ist also a nice one here. Der Cottbuser Postkutscher putzt den Cottbuser Postkutscher blank. Almost all languages have something like this for fun and also to practice one's pronunciation. Hinter Hermanns Hannes Haus hängen 100 Hemden raus. 100 Hemden hängen raus hinter Hermann Hannes Haus. You have something like this in English also. Peter bite of pickled pepper. You know that one? Betty Botter. Have you heard of that one? Betty Botter bought some butter, but the butter Betty Botter bought was bitter. So Betty Botter thought to herself, the butter, if I buy some better butter, it will make my bitter butter better. So Betty Botter bought some better butter to make a bitter butter. Seashells on the seashore. Or how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? These are rhyming games, fun games to teach children language. You have one difficult one in English. Red lorry. You come across that? blue lorry, red lorry. Can you say that fast? Can you say that fast? Red lorry, blue lorry.
Only
Right.
these two words.
Yeah, just these two words. A red
Red
lorry.
lorry, blue lorry.
Blue?
Lorry.
I didn't say blue lorry. I said blue lorry.
Broadly.
Say it fast. Say it fast.
Red Rolly, blue. Yeah.
लगे रहो.
Yes. Monica, du hast recht.
Sir, but
Lage
we
raho.
should try this, na? We should try
Yes.
this.
It helps us improve our language. It's just fun,
Yeah.
basically. Nothing more than fun. So beim Lernen einer Sprache muss man auch Spaß haben. Okay. Now, when we talk about language, sprich mit mir, also darum geht es ja bei dieser Übungen. Man spricht auch mit Gestik. Körpersprache ist auch wichtig. Und bevor wir zu dieser Übung kommen, gehen wir zum Text hinüber. Es gibt hier einige Aufgaben. Ein Bild. Etwas wird hier geschrieben. Und wir müssen mal uns fragen, haben wir das verstanden? Hier ist eine Zeichnung. Und Maria, das ist die Frau, sie sagt ihrem Frau etwas. Sie sagt zum Beispiel hier, ach, schau mal, Paris. Das wäre doch schön. Was meint sie damit?
Sie meint, sie
Ja, Jeet.
sie hatte Wunsch, nach Paris zu gehen.
Sie hat, ja?
Wunsch oder Lust
Sie hat
nach
Lust,
Paris
nach Paris zu gehen.
gehen, ja.
How did you translate this sentence into what you just told us? Übrigens, die anderen, hat Jeet Lust hier? Okay, also hat Jeet, also hat es richtig übersetzt? Is it correct in his translation? Er hat das Bild angesehen, er hat den Satz gelesen und er hat gesagt, Maria will ihrem Mann sagen, ich möchte nach Paris fliegen. Ach, schau mal, Paris, das wäre doch schön. Und Jeet hat das übersetzt, he translated this as, ich möchte nach Paris fliegen. So hat Jeet recht. Was sagen die anderen? Oder meint die Frau was anderes?
Ja, Sir. Sie meint etwas anderes.
Was meint sie? Was glaubst du, was sie meint?
Sir, das ist nur ein Flag. Ja.
Flag in German, there are two words, either say Flagge, die Flagge, oder die Fahne. F-A-H-N-A, die Fahne. Blue, white and red are the colors of France.
Ja, die Frau war überrascht, Wenn sie Eiffelturm gesehen hat und ihr Mann hat gesagt
Ja, Mann
und
hat
er
nicht gesagt.
meint,
Ja, Mann hat
ja,
nicht
er meint, okay.
Er hat nicht reagiert. Also das ist die Aufgabe. Ja. Sind Sie fit in Kommunikation? Bearbeiten Sie die Aufgaben A bis F. Manchmal gibt es mehrere Antworten.
Und sie meint, das ist wirklich so schön. Doch schön, ja.
Moment, das wäre. Das ist
Yeah, Kaswaya. It would be very beautiful.
Ha.
She is expressing a wish, maybe to go there. Yeah.
Then Jeet said the same thing.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. He said the same thing. Yeah.
Was meinen die anderen? Haben Jeet und Kushi recht? Ist das richtig? Die Frau meint, ich möchte nach Paris fliegen. Was sagen die anderen Frauen hier? We are learning something which is part of language again. Zwischen den Zeilen lesen. To read between the lines. Something not clearly expressed, but the meaning is hidden there. This is called to read between the lines. Zwischen den Zeilen lesen. Stimmt das? Stimmt das? People? Monica?
Sir, we can also use foreign or the reason, na?
That's okay, but do you agree to what they say?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Ja, Beulah, was meinst du? Basu, was meinst du?
Tut mir leid, ich habe eine andere Meinung.
Ja?
Ja, ich sehe, das wäre das schon. Das bedeutet, es ist eine Wunsch, aber
Ja, it's Wunsch. Also sie?
ja, ich denke, sie beide hat schon eine Reise nach Paris gemacht, aber ohne einen Eiffelturm. So, sie meint, dass aber die Eiffelturm war da.
Ja, der Eiffelturm
dann,
symbolisiert Paris.
Ja, das ist richtig.
Ja.
Aber in seinem Tourplan oder in der Planung, Eiffel war nicht da. So, sie meint hier, das war doch schon.
Das wäre.
Ja, das wäre doch schon.
Ja.
Wenn, oder ob sie hat Eiffelturm in der Planung, in seinem Planung, in ihrer Planung.
Wäre doch schön ist Futur. It would be nice. This is not Vergangenheit K2.
Okay. It's not war, it's wäre.
Wäre, if you say, das wäre doch schön gewesen, that would be Vergangenheit. This is not Vergangenheit.
Okay, just I'll put it in English.
Nice.
So,
It
just for the
would be
clarity,
nice.
yeah. Yes, they had a plan, but it did not contain Eiffel Tower. So, if Eiffel Tower was there, it would have been a good plan.
But where does it say that?
That's what, it would have been a good plan.
You are confusing this. It's not wäre gewesen. It's simply wäre. Das wäre schön. It would be nice. It's future. It's not past. It would be nice. The Vergangenheit in K2, Konjunktur 2, is always given with gewesen, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not, there's no gewesen anywhere here. That's where doch schön.
Okay.
Because the verb schön, or the adjective schön, always comes with sein. Schön sein. You can't use aber schön. No?
Yeah.
So it would be nice. You want to use that würde, I can put it in with würde. Das würde doch schön sein.
Sign.
So it's something that she's looking forward to. Sie freut sich darauf. If I take your interpretation, sie freut sich darauf, noch einmal nach Paris zu fliegen. The earlier interpretation was, ich möchte nach Paris fliegen. So now your interpretation, I will add, ich möchte noch einmal nach Paris zu fliegen. Also fliegen oder dort zu
So,
sein.
wo ist das geschrieben oder dass sie war schon einmal in
It's a question
Paris?
of interpretation. Here steht es gibt mehrere Antworten. So looking at a picture, you can interpret it differently. She was once there and she would like to go again. Okay, fine. Accepted. Das ist auch eine Perspektive. So that's why I said, ich möchte nach Paris fliegen. Ich möchte noch einmal nach Paris fliegen. That thought part could be here. Oh, schau mal. Paris. Das wäre doch schön. Look. Paris. That would be nice. And you go into that dream expression here. Look where her hands are, Körpersprache. Look at that expression on her face. Oh, that would be nice, Paris. This is that communication. Everything need not be spelled out verbally. You can still go dreamy-eyed. For example, if I say, oh, yeah, I look up somewhere, yeah. Lovely. ABBA Museum. I've been there. I don't have to say I've been there. Oh, it would be nice. ABBA Museum. Or Tromsø, Norway. That's Aurora Borealis. Northern Lights. Dark sky, green lights. Oh, that would be nice. So it's possible I've been there. I've not said it, but you could also assume that I have been there once. That's perspective. Let's look at perspective here. Can you give me an adjective each for this picture and this picture? A and B.
First is traurig.
Yeah.
Traurisch.
The second one. The second one.
Traumisch.
Also das hier ist traurig, ne? A.
Yeah.
Traurisch, traumisch.
Traurig.
Traurig und träumisch.
Träumisch, yeah, sorry.
Träumisch, okay. I'll come to that. But good, well done. What do these mean?
Verboten.
Verboten,
The
yeah.
essay is Bild machen verboten.
Sign of verboten. Yeah.
So shall I say soll nicht fotografieren, kann nicht fotografieren oder darf nicht fotografieren?
Darf
nicht.
nicht.
Verboten.
Yeah. What about here?
Tiere sind erlaubt.
So soll, kann, darf.
Kann.
Ja,
Ja,
man darf die Hunde mitnehmen, aber better also note, Hunde an der Leine führen.
Yeah.
Put your dogs on a leash. Hunde an der Leine führen. What is this one here?
Wickelraum.
Baby.
Yeah, good. They're good. Zol cannot have done. Monica knows that very well.
Sir, boss.
Daily routine.
Yeah. Monica, please explain to Khushi.
In Deutschland, everywhere or in every, you can say, DM mall, a shopping mall, there is a
Public
separate
places.
table, public
Yeah.
place, you can say, separate table for small children where women or mothers can change their diapers or give them feed like this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Huh? And what do you call this place?
Winkle room. Winkle room.
Good. Well done. And is this Zol, Kan, or Darf?
Zoll und Darf.
So another Darf also.
Kan.
Zol.
Kan,
Oh,
Kan,
okay.
Möglichkeit.
Can.
There's a
Yeah.
Yeah,
Möglichkeit.
can möglich, yeah.
Möglichkeit. So mothers have the possibility of using this room for changing diapers or looking after their babies. Genau. Well
Yeah.
done, Monica. Danke. What about this one
Good.
here?
Man darf nicht. Oder? Okay. Darf der Koffer lackieren oder schließen.
Schließen. Uh-huh.
Schließen.
Up, yeah? Okay. But what does it symbolize?
Yeah, we can lock, but the universal lock there, if required, they can open it and they can see. For
No,
example,
not quite. Not quite. Yeah, yeah. For example.
For example,
yeah.
for example, nowadays the suitcase. In fact, what the suitcases what I have has that universal key system. So
Mhm.
even the I lock with my key, customs people they can open with their key. They have a universal key to open my luggage.
No. This is not that. This is not that part. No.
Okay.
Nein, there's something else. Man findet dieses Piktogramm normalerweise an Bahnhöfen, an Flughäfen und manchmal auch in Kaufhallen.
Okay, sir. So we have to close our bags before entering the malls. Yes,
No,
sir.
no. I also said Bahnhof,
Yeah.
Flughafen. Das ist ein Piktogramm für Schließfach. Man kann den Koffer dort aufbewahren. You can store your luggage here. You have a big suitcase,
Okay. It's a locker room, you want to say.
locker room, Schließfach. Yeah, this is ein Schließfach, a pictogram for Schließfach. Put your coffer inside the locker and you have a key which you keep with you. Actually, you have to pay some money to that. It goes into the locker itself. You insert the coins. There's a minimal payment and a minimal time period. Let's say €1 for 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you finish your job and come back in 4 hours. Otherwise, that locker can be opened by anybody. The time lock releases it. If you're unsure about how soon you'll come back, put in more coins.
Yeah.
And after the time clock is over, the next coin drops in, the next coin, and the locker remains locked. But having said that, please be careful. There are lots of helpful people in Germany, like in many other countries. Very, very helpful people. They will show you how it works. And after you come back, you will find your suitcase gone. The key is still with you. What they do is they change the
Number pattern.
key. They change the key.
But it's also available in sports club now also.
Yeah, many places.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Many
na?
places, yeah.
Everywhere.
All the
Yeah.
public places it's available. Yeah.
Yes. The key is changed. That doesn't happen in sports clubs. Aber am Bahnhof, ja, ist möglich. Huge locker room. There's something like 400 lockers at the Munich railway station.
Yeah.
Hauptbahnhof. And they come to help you.
Normally,
And what they do
it
is
is
they
next to
palm
the
key.
Raisa Bureau.
Yeah. They have duplicate keys which look like these keys. So while helping you lock it, that original key, it disappears down the sleeve or whatever, and they give you another key which looks like this. And no one ever checks it again. And you simply say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you go over with that key. Then you come back with the key that that fellow has given you. It doesn't work.
Will not
You go
open.
for help. Then they'll come and try to find out what it is, open it. By then, you know your package is gone.
And they'll fine for you because you lost the original key.
That's the other problem. Yeah, genau. Okay. So, what are the expressions being shown here? What can you say?
It says mutant.
Erger.
Ärger, yeah.
Böse.
Here,
Lachen.
Lachen. Zweite Lachen.
Überraschen.
Überraschen. Okay, Nummer 3. Also, Fear is
Traurig.
Überraschen. Fear is
Yeah.
Überraschen, Jeet? Okay.
Ja, ja, richtig.
3.
Stumpf.
Drei ist
Natural.
Hey,
Natural.
I want the Gefühl.
Okay.
We need to put some adjectives here. We said mutant or Ärger als Nomen from what we just learned. What about this one here?
glücklich.
Fröhlich.
Fröhlich, okay. Here,
Traurig.
okay.
Hmm?
What do these pictures here symbolize for you? These flowers. First of all, of course, we must be in a position to identify the flowers. If you're not sure, then we leave this exercise.
Yeah, the erste is verliebt. Beliebt, yeah.
Now, this is an Elka, this is Rosa, this is Liebe.
Okay.
Ja, dritte one. Dritte.
Weiß ist for peace.
No, you got to go by the Blumensprache. Blumensprache ist auch eine Sprache. I think we'll continue with this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you say Sprache, Sprechen, it's not just words alone. Not just words, it's just body language, facial expressions, gestik, your hands on something. See, this also is Sprache, agreed?
Yeah.
Oder so.
Yeah.
But what does this mean?
Money. Geld.
Geld. And how do we say money or geld in our language? This way, isn't it? Isn't it? This way? You use this and then flick it up this way. Wie viel kostet das? In Germany, they use this. In Europe, mostly. Most of you are Europe. Oh, das ist ein schönes Handy. Wie viel hat es gekostet?
Yeah.
So, Körpersprache, then Pictogram. So we'll take this up tomorrow. A little bit about Blumensprache, Körpersprache, Gesichtsausdruck und wie kann man ohne Sprache auch sprechen. So everything to do with language. And what do you call this kind of language? Was bedeuten dieser Gestik hier, dieser Geste hier? So we'll
Tamsharats.
talk about it tomorrow and then go on to that als, wie, and the grammar. It's a nice, easy lesson which we can do tomorrow. So, habt ihr noch Fragen zu heute?
Nine.
Habt ihr noch Fragen?
Nine, sir.
Nein, sir.
So I'll give you a light exercise. Check out which flowers represent what, but the German names,
Feeling.
please.
Yeah.
German names, not the English ones. Red rose is love. No, I don't want that red rose. I want the German word for that. So the most
Liebe.
common used flowers, yeah. Und das gehört auch zur Kultur.
Hmm.